Here's the thing, I have a problem. You see that over there? That's a PC case. And I've said that I'm gonna create the coolest PC case of all time for this huge YouTube channel. You might say, well, what's the problem, Martina? You've done this before. You don't understand. This is going to someone else. I don't want to give away literal crap. But to deliver this thing, we have to travel across the literal globe, and the plane is leaving in 2 weeks. You might be wondering, who is this mystery channel? I'ma tell you soon, but we have to get started because there is no time. The idea is to create this cyberpunk neon cityscape all over the side here, stretching all the way to the front, and then include lots of lights to make it super magical. But we're not quite there yet. First, it's time to pop some rivets. These boys are super solid, maybe even a little overkill, but bruh, I'm gonna make it look like a sidewalk anyway, with the magic of, you guessed it, foam and paint. The sidewalk is finished, and look, I can still open the case. Oh, pretty happy with that. As you might know, one of my favorite materials to construct with is this nice blue foam. But for a second, just imagine this being my final creation, right? I bring it to the airport, and the airport security just goes, so we're not gonna use that. What we're gonna use instead is this nice cardboard, which kind of sounds worse, but it's this very nice and dense cardboard, and when you glue it in layers, it becomes super rigid. It's gonna be fine. I've decided to just work on one storefront, complete it, and then just take the rest from there. Let's work. Look how cute! I mean, look at the little sign! And I even managed to make it to scale. It's now on a 1:35 scale. I know, nerd! That's the whole point. Get a little snake. They are so weird. Oh, oh god, it's bright, but look at that color! Oh my god, it looks so much better than what I thought it would. Okay, so we basically have one method of making signs down. I want some more details, more spice. I think we need to use the printer. I'm thinking white LEDs probably is better, especially when we have prints with color. I am now blind. Ugh, I'm just gonna hold it over it. I don't love it. The thing is, you can very clearly see that it's printed because the color is not completely even, so it just doesn't have enough detail. Now let's see. Okay, that's impossible. What about now? No. Maybe if I do it double layer? If I can align them perfectly. Yes. And the backing sheet. Yes. It's better. Maybe a third layer. No. Well, yes. Third layer. It's very difficult to align them. Like, the colors are much more vibrant. This might actually work. Let's turn the lights on. See. Just look how cool that is. I mean, I think this works. And this gives us so many more options in terms of designs and colors and detail. And I can go crazy with the designs. Do you understand? So let's get back to designing and making all of these units. Let's go. Been 4 days of just constructing buildings and we're only halfway. I mean, but I do actually enjoy these kind of time pressures because I get a lot more productive, like a billion times more. Win-win. Okay, back to work. We have a city! Look how good this looks! Okay, I just want to show you a couple of my favorite details from this. First of all, this roof right here is just made from takeaway boxes, but it has this super nice texture. And then these air vents over here, it's just cardboard covered in aluminum foil. And we have another one over there. I mean, look at that. And then all the little pipes going just everywhere, making a lot of clutter, but used to be a TV, but now it's a control panel. And then over here, the little control panel with the little pride cables. It's so cute. And look at this too, the detail. I've had a lot of help from my friend Arilla here to add more detail to the buildings, and she's also painted some incredible miniatures that we're gonna add into the diorama later. She's super talented, so make sure to check out her Instagram. And also, at the same time, Hansi has had the very fun task of mass producing a bunch of signs.
Hey guys, it's me, the sign maker. I have created a lot of these signs and I think it's turning out pretty cool. They look very neon-y, cyberpunky, and one of the reasons that they look so good is that I didn't design these. These are all designed by an AI. It's called Midjourney, and you can kind of basically give it whatever prompt you want and it will generate an image for you on Discord, and some of them turn out really, really good. I think it's really cool that we're making like Cyberpunk Diorama computer thing and all the signs are designed by an AI. There's something there, but I think it's really cool. Another thing I did was create this digital billboard thing that we're gonna place in the diorama itself, and it loops a video, which I think is pretty cool because it adds a bit of that dynamic, that life. And I made it using an old digital photo frame, so it's just a repurposed old photo frame, and it works really well for this. So I'm very excited to see how this turns out, and I'm looking forward to putting it into the diorama.
But before we can start adding in all the lights and all the signs, we have to paint. So I'm gonna begin with a layer of Mod Podge mixed with some paint, because then we get a base color as well as some more structural integrity, because the Mod Podge kind of binds everything together, and then we can do the paint job. Let's paint! Before we move on, it's time for an ad for NordVPN. You know how annoying that feeling is when you go to watch something online and it's geo-blocked? Well, with NordVPN you can easily get around that by just connecting to a different country and boop, it's now accessible. Magic. In addition to that, NordVPN keeps all your internet data safe behind a wall of encryption, so you don't have to worry when scrolling about online. Their latest feature, Threat Protection, protects you from malicious websites, downloads and trackers, and it's constantly on the lookout even when you're not connected to a VPN. Also, NordVPN has a strict no-logs policy, so they don't track, collect or share your personal data with anyone, which is pretty nice. You can connect up to 6 devices on one account, so you can cover all your devices, and also they have over 5,400 super fast servers in 59 countries, so you have lots of options. If you think this sounds interesting, they have a 30-day money-back guarantee, so check out nordvpn.com/nerdforge and use our code NERDFORGE for an exclusive deal. And back to the project. Painting is complete. Feels good. And my god, the difference the paint makes. Just look how dark and sad these are now. I really think these are gonna complement the lights so well because I didn't want the paint to take too much attention from the lights, rather just be there. So now we can finally start working on what is gonna make this actually cyberpunk, which is all the lights. And I haven't actually thought this through. All I know is we need a hole in here so we can pull a wire through to the inside of the PC to get the power and then wire up all the lights. That's not a very good plan. So I really have to just use my big brain power. I don't know where to start. Probably with a hole. That makes sense. So now we can pull our power cable through, and this is going to be connected to the PC, and these are what we're going to solder to. But then we can kind of open this and lure this, wiggle it, there. And then shut, shut. First problem solved. Next problem. I forgot that we also have a front panel that also needs electricity. So we basically have to do the same thing again. Snake it through, grab it here. Nice. Then we can pull these either around here or we can just pull them through the mesh. The thing is, I'm gonna use a lot of different types of LEDs in here. I mean, in this unit alone, there's 3 different types of lights. It's not that it's very difficult, it's just a lot, which is why I'm choosing a small unit as my first thing. UV light, boop, nice. Okay, haha, we just gotta glue that in place and poke another hole for this microscopic little, I can't even see it, LED. Itsy bitsy ledsy, go through, and super glue. Looks pretty good to me. And finally, some LED filament in the little sign there. I've basically connected all 3 lights to just these 2 cables. So now let's test. Hopefully it works. Oh my god! Look at the lights! Oh my god, the colors are perfect! It feels better now that I can see it's actually becoming something and not just the wires. But yeah, that was 1 unit. We have like, what, 8 left. So we basically have to repeat this many times. I've hooked up all the lights on all the buildings that are going on the pavement here. They now have their respective power. Let's just turn on the power and see what this looks like. But look at the little lanterns and the light in here, the color combo of the pink and the blue. So now that we have a third done, we only have 2 more thirds left to wire up, and then the creation is complete. So let's do the final assembly. Let's go. It's complete. Well, not quite complete. You might have noticed that we basically now have a very, very fancy PC case, but no actual PC on the inside. So here is your next hint as to who this mystery YouTube channel might be. They are going to complete the inside of the PC to match the outside, so we get this ultimate cyberpunk computer. The only tiny problem is packaging this, getting it through airport security safely to the other side of the world, and then putting it back up there without anything breaking. We can detach the front panel, and we can also detach the side panel, and then they, on the other side of the world, have the same case, so we can just swap them out. I know, big brain. I'm hoping we can somehow find a solution to put it in here diagonally to fit it. If not, we have to put it in here. And I'd rather not because this is looking very sus. Imagine pulling up to the airport with this. What are people gonna think that I have in here? We're gonna try with this first, but this is like a very desperate backup solution. Okay, let's try it. Oh, there we go. Just give me the peanut butter. Peanut butter, only emotional support you need. There we go. Get out of here.
Oh shit.
Maybe if we flip it? Let's bring the peanut butter back, dang it. We gotta go with the big one. I don't think you can actually see how large this is, but let me just demonstrate. I can, in fact, package myself in here with room to spare. I guess we begin with supports. Everything is properly covered in foam, and I mean, if this doesn't work, then I don't know what will. Praying to the foam gods that this will survive tomorrow's travel day. So no nightmares tonight, please. See you tomorrow morning. I've been so stressed about that baggage. Like, I thought I would have to fight like 5 people just to get it on the plane. It went seamless.
They just took it.
I can't believe it. Oh,
amazing.
I'm so relieved. So it's out of our hands now. Let's just hope it survives and no one has to open it, please. Okay. I think we're here.
Don't see anyone.
Hello?
Oh, hey everyone.
Hey.
I heard you want to build a computer. Give me just a minute here, yeah.
Sure. I'll come back in a second.
Yeah, just go around that way.
Yeah, okay.
Well, excuse me, Jeez.
As you might have guessed already, we've traveled all the way from Norway to Canada to finish off this build, because who better to finish it than Linus Tech Tips? You know, someone who actually knows what they're doing.
That's a lot of pressure.
If you want to see what this PC turns out to look like, and not least if this thing survived travel, then head over to their channel. I will link it down below. And now,
Let's take a look at the not final result.
yes. Let's go!